me that it feels right.
Hey there, howdy. Good morning to everyone. I don't know why I have this on. Actually, I don't know why I have my headphones on. Because unfortunately today, my good friend Clark is busy. He's his company that he works with and does stuff with is really busy with all that craziness in Texas. So he's got to be on call to make sure that everyone's taken care of there in Texas, and all the people who have the issues that are going on here and there and throughout the world are having issues. That's what he does, and he's a good guy at it. He's very good, and that is his vocation. His avocation, of course, is being on the show with us and doing everything else that he does. That's what he does for love, and he's a good man. Let's see who all is joining us today. Tora Arsala, Nate Daniels. Good morning, Nate. Big Nate. I'd love it if you'd come on with me, buddy. I don't know what kind of time you got this morning, but if you drop me a comment and say you'd like to come on, I'll send you an invite, brother. No doubt about it. And thank you, Tora. I do have my new MoreJoy shirt on. This looks blue to me. Should be. It's very, very purple. So I don't know if it looks purple to you or not. If it looks just blue to me, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know how optics and all that stuff works. I'm gonna need to get a haircut. Look how shaggy I'm getting. Anyway, so let's do some encouraging today. I want to encourage you to be happy today. I want you to encourage you to. It does look blue on the TV. I know, Tora. Thank you, buddy. Tora is my helper. He's awesome. I hope that everybody's having a great time. Nate, I don't know what kind of time you have on your hands, but my man Clark bowed out on me this morning because of work, which is understandable completely. And so I would love to have somebody come on I can talk a little bit with, and I really wasn't prepared for him not to be coming on. It was kind of a last second thing. So let's see if we can get some good news going on here and let you know what's happening in the world that's encouraging and uplifting and inspiring, so that we can encourage you in doing what you're doing. Let's see here. Let me see here. Well, we all know this. One of the things I'd like to promote all the time is anybody who's doing work that benefits others. And especially when we're talking about military. The Avalon Network, Gary Sinise, who's the actor, Lieutenant Dan. Gary Sinise is launching a mental health network for veterans and first responders. So if you are interested, go to their website, avalonnetwork.org, I think, and let me find out exactly what their website is. I'll tell you, and you can go there and support them if you're looking to support someone. It's probably, I can guarantee you that the money is going to good places, because Gary Sinise he's awesome. Not only is he an Oscar-nominated actor, but he has been all about health and wellness for transformative care, treatment, and training to veterans and first responders who are experiencing post-traumatic stress or substance abuse. The Gary Sinise Foundation Avalon Network aims to establish 20 treatment sites nationwide to serve thousands of veterans, first responders, and families. When I first formed the Gary Sinise Foundation in 2011, it was rooted in a personal mission to provide support, raise spirits, and improve the mental wellness of our nation's heroes and their families. Always wanting to do more as the foundation approaches its 10th anniversary this June, I'm proud to announce the launch of the Avalon, afflicting too many of our veterans, the invisible wounds. So to get to them, let me see here if it says this on this website. How do we get to? Well, it doesn't have a website, but I'm sure you can just go to the Gary Sinise Foundation and you can click on the Avalon Network. Absolutely. That's the best, probably the best bet and best way to go. Sorry, I'm rented lips today. Then the other thing that I saw here just a second ago, where did it go? Here we go. There's an outfit called Mercy Chefs, and they feed people. They go in. Mercy Chef serves a 10 millionth meal, then heads to Texas to feed bodies and souls in the cold. Now, you understand that a lot of these chefs are out of work because of all this COVID and restaurants being closed and restaurants being shut down to the lower, down to a small, takeout. A lot of them are doing that. So they're available. And the nonprofit was founded in the aftermath. Actually, the nonprofit was founded in the aftermath of Katrina, has served professionally prepared restaurant quality meals to victims and first responders in the wake of emergencies in 27 states and 10 countries, responding to more than 134 disasters. Since COVID, the nonprofit has dished out 7 million meals with the help of 10,000 community volunteers. They recently deployed to Dallas, where a severe cold weather event, as we know, happened, and a lot of people got beat up and smashed and frozen in their electricity bills. People are getting bills of $9,000 for electricity. That's a gamble when you sign up for your security, for your insurance, and you don't pay the extra to make sure the insurance that your electricity bill doesn't go through the roof, and you think, oh, it never will, it'll be fine. Well, unfortunately, but you'll get bailed out probably, even though, 9,000 is extraordinarily high, and that's the reason for that being so high is because it's the actuary that's built into how much you should be paying in order for the company not to lose money. Well, we don't want necessarily the mud company to not lose money, but we don't want the mud company to make money. So in this kind of a situation, you go to the point where you say, all right, we're not making money. We're doing everything at cost for now so we can keep our prices down, and then we can go back to making money after this disaster. And that's what it was, a disaster. So somehow somebody needs to come up with that kind of a setup for these businesses that in order for them to get their business license, they have to have a business model in place that says, in case of emergency, like national emergency, where the president invokes the national security, a national emergency situation, your business has to go to a billing place of a place of cost only. So I think that's the only logical way of thinking about it, and that's for your customers. And I think that's something we ought to look into doing. I don't want businesses to lose money because they're the ones that are the backbone of our country. But I do want people to have some humility and have some, caring and hopefully help people out. So that's my thought on it anyway. So here's something that they're doing in Denver, Colorado. Instead of responding with cops, Denver sends healthcare teams to non-criminal calls, and it's already saving lives. A pilot program where teams of social workers and paramedics respond to certain non-criminal complaints in Denver is showing early success. The Support Team Assisted Response STAR program was launched in June to help ensure the vulnerable get the help they need. Over the course of 6 months, 748 calls related to low-level incidents such as mental health crisis were responded to by mobile teams of STAR healthcare workers instead of police officers. 6 months after it began, STAR's first progress report has now been published, and it shows the innovative program is working. According to Denver Police Department Chief Paul Payson, none of those low-level calls ended in arrests or jail time, and no police officer needed to be called to the scene. This is good stuff. It's a great program, and basically the report tells us that we believed Payson told. So that's pretty cool, man. I mean, that's an interesting program to kind of set the stage for other programs like it in the country. And, whenever it's good in one place, like a major metropolitan like Denver, the other ones like Fairfax County, Washington, D.C., New York, all those, they start looking at that kind of thing and seeing, hey, can we do that here? Because that's going to save us sending out police officers. It's going to save us, in the long run, because, some people just get so nervous and intimidated by police officers, even though in my experience and in my dealings with police officers, they've mostly always been, even I've dealt with a couple that are a little headstrong. But in my experience, they've always been extremely eager to help and do what they can and bend over backwards to help you if you look like you're willing to help yourself. If you just want to be angry and unresponsive and pissy and all that kind of stuff, they're just not as eager to help you then. Doesn't that make sense? Isn't that the human condition? I think it is. So that's one of those things that, I have such great admiration for police officers and first responders, because, when they show up, folks, if you're needing, you're in a dire situation where you're just distraught, that's understandable. But if you're angry and you start lashing out, you're not going to get a whole lot of commiserate, caring and loving from the first responders if you're lashing out at them. So the best thing to do is just go with what they're professionally trained to help you. And that's what they are. They're professionally trained to help you. Police officers, as well as medics, firefighters, anybody else who responds in a first responder type mode, they're there to help you. And, sometimes that's hard to remember when something's happening to you. I get it. But, it goes about how do you live your life every day? And if you live your life every day angry, then probably when it comes time for you to be, it comes time that you're having an issue, an emergency issue, you're used to being angry about things. So you're going to be angry, and that doesn't help you at all, especially when you're in a situation where it's life. Your life is in the balance, or someone else's life is in the balance. So, just help these guys out. I know there's been people who have been angry about lots of different subjects and subjects. So, I understand that not every situation is the same. Now, this young lady, look at this. So this young lady in LA County, collected 30,000 pairs of shoes to donate dignity to LA homeless. So for children raised in the Jewish faith, a bar or bat mitzvah is the celebration of symbolic passage into adulthood. While at age 13, we are not truly grown up, we can begin to see our place in the larger world. What Lindsay Sobel saw in the months leading up to her own bat mitzvah was that a life of privilege wasn't a blessing that everyone shared, and she was determined to do something about that. So she became increasingly aware of day-to-day hurdles homeless people living on the streets in Los Angeles faced. One thing Sobel saw time and time again was that how many lacked proper footwear. So she noticed them. She said, I noticed them. I noticed a lot of them were in really awful living conditions. No way any person should have to live. On top of that, I noticed a lot of them did not even have shoes on. She said in an interview with A Mighty Girl, at 12 years old, I was like, wow, people don't have shoes? It kind of put things into perspective for me. So she started gathering shoes up. She got 30,000 pairs of shoes to give to the homeless, and that's pretty daggone awesome, if you ask me. Pretty awesome. Way to go, kiddo. Way to go. Let me see. What's her name again? Lindsay. Lindsay, hats off, kid. Hats off. That's awesome. Somebody else has joined us today in our little show. Cheryl Mezes. Hey, baby. I can call her baby. She used to be my girlfriend way back in the day. Cheryl's awesome. Love to have her on whenever I can. Let me see here. Any other things that you guys need to know about? I don't know. Nah. I mean, yeah, but there's lots of stuff there. It's called the Good News Network. You can go there on the internet and find some neat little stories to talk to read about and encourage you and or put you on a path to doing the same kind of thing if you want. There's lots of ways for people to become interested and become empowered and become educated to help others. And that's one of the things we want to do is we want to help ourselves. And then we want to reach out and we want to help others, because that's what we're called to do. We're called to do that. Every one of us is, whether we've heard that call or not. If you haven't heard it, it's probably because somehow, some way, somebody's been blocking you. And we don't want to be blocked, do we? Well, I'm here to unblock you. You've been called to get out and serve your fellow man. And that's exactly the purpose that we have on one of the underlying purposes that we have in our lives here on this big ball of dirt and magma and rocks and snow in some places. I could go on, couldn't I? Yes, grass and cloud. But I won't go on and on. We are in a place in this world. It's a Monday, so I want to encourage people as they go out into the world this Monday and keep doing what they're doing. Keep being excited about life itself. If you're not excited about life, you can always get in touch with us here at MoreJoy Radio, MoreJoy Media. We are on Facebook with MoreJoy Media and MoreJoy Radio. We have a show, the MoreJoy Radio Show, starts at 11 o'clock today. You can go to live365.com and put in MoreJoy Radio, and you can find us and listen to the show. Myself and hopefully Susan will be here today. I don't know. A lot of my guest hosts are bagging on me today. So, excuse me. Haven't heard anything from Susan, so I'm guessing she'll be here. Oh, no, she won't be here because she's got work. She's got a new job. So that's right. She won't be here. So it'll just be me playing music for you and, talking you up and making sure that you guys are ready to go in your life and what's happening. And we're going to have a good time today on the radio show. No doubt about it. But I'm going to bring this show, the Be Encouraged program for this Monday. We'll bring it to the end and bring it up to a little close as it is. Amy Elizabeth Gish, police need to focus on criminals. Amen. Amen, Amy. And that's right. not police cars. Suicide attempts need mental and medical support, not police cars. I totally agree with you, Amy. And that's important. That's very important. So, well, anyway, I got an update from last night's show, and I'm glad I didn't watch it because from what the update says, it's I was going to use a bad word. I was going to use a word that we don't use anymore in the world of mental health and the world of intellectual diversity and intellectual disability. I was about to use a bad word. And so I held myself. I jacked it and stopped and said, no, we ain't doing this. Anyway, thank you guys all so much for listening in today to be encouraged. I hope that you have a great week. I hope you join us tomorrow while I'll be here with, hopefully, my good friend and co-contributor to all of this, Mr. Derek Pearson. And then hopefully, like last week, we did not have Dan Morgan, but hopefully this week we will have Dan Morgan. And he'll be on Wednesday. And then, of course, Friday, Leslie Salmon. Looking forward to having her on from Going Gainesville on our program. Okay, folks, this is it. This is the day. This is the time. It's Monday. Have a great week.